'cause I wanna be a cowboy, baby. Got the flat top back in the sunshine shining, cowboy, baby. West Coast chillin' with the bulls, wanna be a cowboy, baby. Ride night, 'cause I sleep all day, cowboy, baby. I can smell a pit from a mile away.
Howdy, y'all. It is I, Cowboy Calvin Klein. Hope all y'all folks out there feeling mighty festive this holiday season. Got this whole P&G tree right over there. Got some green screen snow falling. Feels very good. Feels good. But folks, I'll admit, I'm kind of mad right now. I'm kind of a little bit upset. I'm kind of PO'd, if you will. This year, I was the longest reigning infinite multiversal champion. Everybody was out here acknowledging me as the tribal beef, but then that witch, Olivia Cochran, cheated and stole the belt from me. Yeah, now because of her, I'll admit I'm afraid of witches. I am afraid of witches because of Olivia. But look, folks, I'm not gonna let it get me down. It's the holidays. I'm ready to celebrate a mooey Christmas, Merry Beachmas, whatever. And I am blessed to say that now Udder Advice has a spot right here on SP Christmas Week 2023. Alright. So for today's episode of Udder Advice, though, I know I haven't really had that many episodes this year. I still got some other things planned for myself in the new year coming up. But from what I originally wanted from this series, it's going to be a little bit different for today. Today I want to give some utter advice to some legendary Christmas characters. Alright? Alright, first up, let me talk about Ralph. Ralph from A Christmas Story. Now Ralph, he spent so long whining and complaining and talking about, oh, the Red Ryder BB gun. And all his folks kept telling him over and over and over and over again, nah, you will shoot your eye out, kid. This boy was out here being a simp for a dang BB gun. What the heck kind of boomalarkey is this? Ralphie, not everybody gets what they want for Christmas. And you, boy, you have been spoiled. And I also saw the sequel too. You also got a car when you wanted it too? What the heck is going on? But boy, if you don't stop complaining, if you don't stop begging, I'm gonna revoke your milk privileges. Yeah, that's right. My advice to you is to stop complaining about what you don't have and start being thankful for what you do have. Yeah, moo, moo, moo. Look, I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas. Last year, I wanted a milkshake. Yeah, I did. There was a fine bovine named Carolina back on my farm. I wanted her milkshake. I wanted her to shake her milk all around me and then she wanted a restraining order on me, but I'm not about to talk about that. Ralphie, just because you don't get what you want for Christmas doesn't mean it won't be a Merry Christmas anyway. Alright? So, Ralphie, my advice to you is stop complaining all the dang time. Jeez Louise. Alright. Another legendary character. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph, you spent so long hearing all those other reindeer shame you for being different. Oh, because you look different, you couldn't participate in any reindeer games? That's some bullmalarkey right there too. But then you just humbly went back, and when Santa said, oh, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you got my sleigh tonight? And you just said, yeah, sure. Boy, if you don't get... Rudolph, I'm glad that you was a Christmas hero, but, dude, you gotta stand up for yourself more. You just kept your head down, and you just took it all. Those reindeer was committing the act of prejudice. Things Alright? Those reindeer of yours, they were racist because they was making fun of you for how you looked. Shame on those reindeer. Shame on them. They need some reindeer shame, not some reindeer games. Rudolph, my advice to you is to embrace who you are. You have the right to own your own ego. Alright? My advice to you is build an ego for yourself. You deserve it. Alright, and lastly, I want to give advice to George Bailey. George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. Everybody loves It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic. Having angels earning their wings and whatnot. But George, he spent his whole life wishing for $1 million. Alright? Every time he wanted to get out of the nest, every time he wanted to get out of the nest of his city and go explore the world, some other bull malarkey kept coming up, and he was just staying there right there in his city. But it all paid off for him at the end because he got like a buttload of money. He got a buttload of money. Even though he wished for $1 million back when he was a kid. Do you know how much $1 million would have been good in that day and time? But boy, unlike back in George Bailey's time, a bottle of Coke wasn't like $2. That's bull malarkey. But look, his brother came back from the army, to my understanding. He got all that money. And George, my advice to you is use that money. You've earned enough to pay for a vacation, I think. Yeah, you did. My advice to you, George, is now that you have a family to take care of, now that you have a family that loves you, you can actually finally take your trips, but take your family with you. I saw all that bread you was getting at the very end of that movie. You was getting a lot of it. A lot of it. So, George Bailey, Merry Christmas to you too. You earned a vacation. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Udder Advice, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of SP Christmas Week 2023. Until next time, make sure all of you remember to stay festive out there. Mooyah!
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be a good cheer. It's the most wonderful time.